Hey there, Papa Ron. How in the world are you today, brother?
Good afternoon, Rod.
Hey, it's good seeing you. It's good seeing all our crypto bit brothers and sisters out there around the world. We love you guys tuning in, and we love you when you give us a thumbs up. We need them thumbs up. We ain't you gotta pound them. We ain't getting that many, so let's get them if you really like us. And then again, if you don't, pound them anyway, 'cause we need it. We think positive around here, don't
That's
we, Ron?
right. That's right. Well, folks, today I want to talk about this project, this platform called BlockLancer. And like I said a minute ago, Rod really hasn't seen much of this, but I just kind of want to go through it, and maybe he can interject some questions that he might think people might be wondering about it. But BlockLancer is a platform project Rod set up for people that are freelancers, they call them.
Yeah.
A
Well,
freelancer.
I think we all heard of freelancing.
Now, I hadn't till maybe last year, late last year, I heard of these YouTube women that are freelancing stuff they do at home while they watch their kids, and they're so popular that companies come to them to hire them because they have such a base of subscribers. But
Followers?
that's just YouTube. But there could be freelancers in any kind of
Yeah.
industry.
Photography, writing,
Yeah,
anything.
photography's a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
even like at weddings and stuff. So they'd be a
Yeah.
freelancer to do that project. So as I got looking into this, I thought it's much bigger than I thought, Rod. So BlockLancer is basically setting up for these freelancers to have a job marketplace out there and to put their wares. So a company can come to BlockLancer and say, listen, I need a photographer. And I don't want to hire a full-time employee and worry about all that stuff. I just want somebody for a week or a day. So this site is set up for all these freelancers. And I was saying, well, golly, is there that many? And I was shocked. There is.
That many, huh?
Let me
I
show you a
wouldn't think
couple.
there was that many. Okay.
Well, yeah, I know. Let me show you a couple articles I came across.
Okay.
One is this one here, is Freelancing, the Future of Employment.
Oh,
And as I
future.
read through this, I thought, thinking, the unemployment rate in our country is pretty high. I know statistically the government doesn't show it all, but really there's a lot more people unemployed out there than you realize. Once they drop off the unemployment rolls, they're still unemployed, but they don't count on the statistics. Anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah.
But let me read just a sentence or two here. It says, today freelancers represent 35% of the United States workforce.
Wow.
A third, Rod.
That's pretty freaking big. It's over a third.
In European Union, the rate is 16%.
Oh.
Both figures demonstrate the same global trend that from creative to those who paid by the task, freelancing is on the rise worldwide.
So they're real entrepreneurs, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and if you read some of these articles, these guys are making serious money too.
Oh,
But there's
even
some
the
problems.
Entrepreneur magazine. That's good.
Yeah.
What?
Here's another article. The freelancing economy has seen epic growth.
Wow.
Same thing. 53 million Americans today work as freelancers.
Oh, that's a third. 53 million.
A recent study by Paycheck, an online HR service, reveals surprising data about the rapidly growing workforce. And they went and they kind of polled 400,000 of these freelancers, their resumes and so on. And then it talks about in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, it wasn't really that popular, but it's just grown astronomically. It's huge. This here Upwork press release. Now, I think Upwork is a company that kind of takes these freelancers and puts a platform where they can find them work and stuff, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. A new study finds freelance economy grew to 55 million Americans this year, just like we were saying in the other two articles.
Wow.
YouTube even has a freelancer deal
Oh,
for those people that are trying to make full-time income on YouTube.
wow.
And then I even looked at something, there's some articles about in Utah.
Wow.
Here's Moxie Freelance. It's a Utah-based freelance for writers, editors, and designers.
Oh, look at there.
No, this is a huge thing going on.
Yeah.
Much bigger than I would have ever suspected.
Me too. I would have never thought that.
So here's the problem these freelancers are facing, and the companies that employ freelancers. One is there's really no guaranteed way that these people are going to get paid. And if there is a dispute, like they're saying, the company's saying, well, it's really not what we asked for, we're not even going to pay you, or maybe we'll pay you half of the agreement, the freelancer is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So getting on BlockLancer, one is they'll have smart contracts. So as long as both people fulfill their agreement, the freelancer is going to get paid. So that kind of secures them. And then on the dispute side, what BlockLancer is doing is any of those people that have purchased tokens on this ICO or even after, and you're going to be part of what they call a tribunal to settle these cases of disagreements. So let's say a freelancer comes back to BlockLancer and says, hey, I didn't get paid by that guy. Of course, the money's tied up in the smart contract, so it's waiting for settlement. So they're gonna put both sides out there, and those members of the tribunal, which holds tokens, they're going to cast votes, whether the freelancer gets paid or whether it's going to be like the business said, maybe just give them a partial amount. So that solves a lot of the problems that these freelancers have had. That makes sense?
Yeah. Now, a question I have is, if you have all these freelancers signed up as a tribunal, they'll probably be in favor of the freelancer, right?
No, it's not necessarily going to be the freelancers that are on it. It'll be people like you and I that purchase these tokens through an ICO or on the marketplace when they get on the exchanges. It's those of us that are holding the tokens are the judges to cast votes.
So, yeah, I know, but those people that hold the tokens, they could be either freelancers or the people who use freelancers.
You're right, they could be, yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I just wanted a fair.
No, and that's a good objective. Amount. You know, if 90% of them are freelancers, they might say, yeah, we're just siding with the freelancer.
Yeah.
So, no, that's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Let's go over to their website real quick.
Okay.
Here it is. It's called BlockLancer, and they have, Rod, for their ICO. The ICO is in stages. The early bird sales already completed, and they reached 3,000 Ethereum, I think, on that, and it sold out. Right now, they're on the early hamster sale, and you can see right here, it's very close to ending. They're trying to raise 6,000, and once that ends, they're going to go on to the early panda. So every time you go onto a new segment of the ICO, the tokens drop according to what you purchased. So right now, 1 Ethereum will get you 14,000 of these BlockLancer tokens, LNCs.
Okay.
And then the next grouping, it'll be 13,000 for an Ethereum, and then down to 12.
Okay.
So, and you don't have to buy a whole Ethereum. You can go in with a half Ethereum, and I think it's down to 1/10. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. And in this segment right now, 2,900 people have come into this. So people are aware of this BlockLancing stuff.
Oh.
I mean, freelancing. And actually, folks, to do the ICO while I'm on this, I think you're just going to put your email address in. You're going to give them your Ethereum address where to send ERC20 tokens. So it's got to be either, I think, MetaMask or MyEtherWallet or something like that. And then as you go through the process, they're going to have you read their contract. If you would agree to all that, then they'll give you the address where to send your Ether and how much you're going to purchase. Once you receive that, you get their tokens immediately. So it's not like waiting till the ICO's done. You get your tokens right away. So I like that idea.
I do too.
Yeah, that's good to me. And as you go scroll down on the website, it just explains what BlockLancer is, helping people find jobs, dispute the resolution. That's what we were talking about, that tribunal court, and so on. And I'm
I like that, helping them find jobs.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a go-to place. Just like that, there's 2 or 3 companies out there, Rod, that do this already. Yeah. And people that look for freelancers or use them in their business, they kind of know where they're going. By putting it on a blockchain just makes everything more secure, safe, upfront, transparent. It's just the better way to go. Of course, they're going to create this dApp for your phone.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, those dApps are becoming very popular anymore, huh?
They are.
Low fees, no censorship. If you hold 10,000 tokens, then you can access this premium features. And folks, these tokens can be used on BlockLancer site and so on. You can hold any amount, I think, to be a judge on the tribunal and cast your vote. I don't think there's any requirement on that. So what I'd like to do, Rod, is go over to their... And there's a lot of information on here, folks. This is a great program. I'd like to go over to their... Look at this. They have 3 different papers, Rod. They got a yellow paper, a white paper, and their business plan. And like I say, there's just a lot of information. Folks, if you get interested in this ICO or this project, read through these. It's worth the time. It really is. So let's take a look at their white paper. We're going to do it in English. And of course, we already talked about this, what they're trying to solve. So I'm not going to rehash that. That's on page 20. I want to go to page, and sorry for Rod making you seasick on that.
It's all right.
No, you
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
You just close your eyes when I get on these white papers, don't you? And I'm just, okay, here we're coming up on 33. Here we are, folks.
Okay.
And look at this now. Here's some other companies that do this freelancing thing. The first column is BlockLancer, and then we got a company called Freelancer, and there's that Upwork. The fees to be on Freelancer, if they secure, if they make a merge between a business and a freelancer, their fee is 3%. BlockLancer's is. Look at what Freelancer, 10%, and Upwork is 20%.
Wow.
Huge difference. So they're much more reasonable, which will be much more attractive to get the freelancers to use this, plus their protection of their pay and settlements if there's disagreements. So that was big.
Look at that money withdrawal. God, look at that right there. Third one down.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
They get
the money.
If you're dealing with a smart contract on the blockchain, your funds are going to come immediately. Freelancer, they got to charge you another 2 3/4% to get your withdrawal, an additional 5% fee for currency conversion, and it takes up to 3 days. And Upwork takes 4 days.
Wow.
So yeah, there's some huge benefits to being on this.
It's decentralized.
Yep, decentralized. Appreciate you catching that. This right here is, they have a beta version already, a usable application. And folks, if you go on and look at their roadmap, this thing's going to be up and running pretty darn quick. They've done a lot of the legwork already. I just think, since I see the volume of how many freelancers off there, this could be a good thing.
Yeah.
The early beta release already supports all functionalities of a freelancing common platform. You can create a profile, create jobs, bid on jobs, and so on.
Oh, that's good.
I want to close your eyes for a second, Rod. I'm going to zip back up here to page 5. And so, folks, holding the tokens of BlockLancer, and these 3% fees come in, all the token holders participate in those profits. And BlockLancer is going to make all their revenue, I think, to support their project through the fees. Of course, they're raising funds now to get the awareness, and I think that's another thing. The awareness, I think they're putting a huge amount of the funds raised on the ICO to go to marketing, just to get the word out there. So to me, they're using it quite well. The beta's in use. Folks, we're going to put all the links on the description box for this. I think BlockLancer, those that are interested in this, could be a viable ICO, and again, it's something that you want to hang on to. You're not going to see huge, you might see it, but if you're buying it just to wait till they get on the exchanges and speculate on that, no, this is something you want to hold on to and make that passive income back that they're going to turn this into by matching up freelancers with businesses and so on.
What's the total currency, Ron? Do you know?
I don't, Rod, at this point.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Look at this one thing right here.
Okay,
Talking about you're going to make a percentage. It talks about here that there's 55 million workers, 30 million freelancers only 10 years ago. Right now it's 35% of the workforce. We read that. A whole freelance workforce has earned a combined revenue of an estimated $1 trillion this past year.
Oh, wow.
$1 trillion.
Oh, man.
That's not all. The freelancing world is an ever-growing market with more and more people getting into freelancing every year. Now, here's how they kind of break this $1 trillion down. If you only had 0.1% of the freelancer community were to use our platform, which is feasible for our project, the amount of money in circulation on our platform would exceed 100 billion. No,
wow.
That's million. It's million, 100 million. Resulting in yearly distribution of 3 million at their 3% fees to all token holders involved in voting on the platform.
Look, and that's only a penny, a thousandth, right?
It's a tenth of a percent of what's in freelancing now signs up and starts using them. So, even if it takes a year or two to get this thing really on board with people aware of it and all that, to hold the tokens, it could be very profitable as a passive income type thing. So, it's big.
Yeah, it sounds big.
All right, Rod. Thanks.
Hey, you bet.
I hope it came off all right.
Yeah, it did. You opened my eyes about how much money can be made with helping these freelancers out. And most of these platforms that we look at and ICOs that are coming, that we suggest we don't suggest, but we just show our friends on YouTube, and that is helping people. This thing really helps that freelancer community, and also will help the people that are looking to freelancers to do like writing for them or photographs or directing or whatever the case may be.
And that's what's so cool about this blockchain technology. There's so many platforms and projects coming forth nowadays that say, hey, this is a benefit to mankind, and it's all on the blockchain. So it's perfect.
It is.
All right, folks, thanks for listening to us.
Appreciate you, and thumbs up again, and God bless.